Well, I've run this thing around the yard for about a half hour now, and I've kind of stopped to put more fluid in the transmission. Checking that, and I adjusted the cable for the shift point so it actually functions properly. But it's going pretty good. I've had it idling here for a while, and it's holding temperature. Right now the exhaust is just cut off right behind the cat, so it doesn't have a muffler. I'll rev it up once the four-wheeler's gone. Yeah. Yep. Need to go get stuff to put the muffler on. I've got a Flowmaster 44 I'm going to put on it just because that's what I happen to have. It was free. My friend gave it to me. He was done with it. And here's the new exhaust in place. Well, all I really had to change was the muffler. I just scabbed it back on. Alright, now since we put that exhaust in place, let's see what this sounds like. Too bad. Let's get this up in the air and check for any leaks before it gets too hot. Okay, so no leaks. I can tell. No leaks. I think what that squeak is the idler bearing. Pretty sure that's what it is. I just changed out the gas tank skid plate. I also swapped the gas tank too because it was just easier that way. That's what was left of the old gas tank skid plate. Now, this looks like it's just two pieces of 16 gauge sheet metal just kind of formed together. It's not rugged stuff by any means. I also pulled the bumper off the donor Jeep, and I've got it sitting right here. And I've cut out the section of the gold Jeep that I had to take the molding for that goes around the trailer hitch and everything. And it's too bad it's a different color bumper, but I've got it set here. I'm just going to trace this out. I'm going to hack that out quick, and where all these holes were for the plastic little studs that they had pushed through and melted, I think I'm gonna actually drill those out and do, like, I don't know, a bunch of Christmas tree fasteners or some kind of plastic push type clip, something. There's the bumper installed with the molding for the hitch. I think it came out alright. I did just poke a bunch of Christmas tree fasteners in there. I went by the locations where the studs were that were part of the molding, and one of them was high, but oh well. Well, it's fall now and the days are getting shorter, and it's kind of rainy around here during the fall, so I've been having a hard time finding time to get out here and do some sandblasting on the Jeep, because when I get out of work it's too dark, too cold, too wet. So I'm out here today. I got the rockers cut off. I've got everything pretty much sandblasted on this side, and I'm about ready to start welding the box tubing in place there. I did put the idler pulley on the front of this on the serpentine belt, and that quieted it down quite a bit. Sounds pretty good now. But just plugging away a little at a time. Here you can see the end of the rocker that I'm putting on, the rock slider, whatever you want to call it. And I've decided to leave this open, leave it vented so it can breathe. And here we can see what we're left with after sandblasting. I'm gonna have to cut that out and do something different there, but the rest of it didn't clean up too bad. Not too bad at all. I've got all the old stuff cut out on the back side here. I think I'm gonna leave a little bit of that metal hanging down, but most of it is gone back here, so I'm gonna have to cut off the very end of it. It's real bad, and I'll just drill some holes over it and spot weld it to the back of this right here when it's in place, butt it up against it. And I did clean up all in here. I didn't do too much on the way back because it's kind of hard to get to it, but that'll be good. It'll last a little while. I didn't quite get into this side because I'll end up doing that when I do this rocker. So back over here, I cut that notch out and flipped it over to make clearance for this this bit right here that kind of juts down into the way at 90 degree. And by doing that, it really distorted this piece of tubing. You can see there's actually quite a bit of twist in that now. So I tried to slit it down through and kind of twist it back, and I made it better, but it happened when I opened it up and I cut this out, because this is just basically a piece of 1/8 inch sheet that's kind of folded into a square and welded. But so that kind of sucks, but I can put it up in place and it makes good enough contact, and it droops down a little bit more on this side than there, but that is absolutely nothing that's going to bother me. So I'm just going to continue on with it.